Power sponsors today. Amen. All right, God bless you. We're getting ready to hear some inspirational words from various persons, and I want you tomorrow is important. We must get the votes out on tomorrow. We must get people out to the poll. And we have first Sister Dejana Thompson with Woke Vote. She, Dewana, where is she? And we know that we thank God for these wonderful persons. Dewana. All right, she's coming. This young lady standing right here said, you didn't say her name right. Let's give her a hand. Come on, Sister Luana.
Thank you, Savannah. What's going on? I know y'all in the cars, and I understand that it's not a regular day. It's a Monday, and I know that a lot of our people are not necessarily able to come out during this time, but you represent a remnant of our community who needs this moment, who needs you to be present, who needs to know the power of their voice and of their vote. So I want to start by saying thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for continuing to do the work of saving our communities. My name is Dewana Thompson. I am the founder of WOVO. I'm also here with our wonderful speak about Lennon, Angelo Pinto, my son Lennon. We've been traveling all over the country for the last several months on what we call a state of emergency vote tour. How many of you know that, listen, people do not believe in the power of the Black vote. They don't even believe in the power of the Black community. And to some degree, they stopped believing in the power of the Black church. But we are here to say today unequivocally that we still have power. It's wonder working power. It's wonder working power. And we saw that in November. We're going to see that tomorrow at the polls. If you still feel that wonder working power, I want to hear you I want to hear you honk your horns. I want you to clap your hands. I want people to know that we are here. They didn't expect us to be here, but we are here. We ain't going nowhere. We got wonder working power. And so today, we hope that you will be reinvigorated. We hope that you will understand how important your voice is. And we hope that you will continue this work beyond Election Day, because the fight to save our communities doesn't stop with electing people. It's the continued effort of building ourselves and Mental Freedom, who's also going to greet you. Thank you again so much. We're excited to stand with you today.
Amen, amen. Give a hand for Dewana Thompson, y'all. This is one of the most fearless organizers. She does not take a day off if she needs to. I tell her you got to rest, but she don't listen to me. You know, she's dealing with a lot right now, and she's still here with us. So I just want to y'all uplift her, say prayers for her, and love her, because this woman right here is a jewel. You know, as a partner with Woke Vote Until Freedom, we work at organizing and
Folks, we are in Savannah, Georgia right now, or at least I'm not, but we're broadcasting from there on the Black Church PAC bus. This is GOTV Eve. And so what's going on is we're down in Savannah. We're going to try to reconnect to our stream there in Savannah. so we can bring you live the rally that's taking place. People are mobilizing today because tomorrow is the big day in Georgia. This is election eve. This is a very important day on tomorrow. Tomorrow will make the difference in terms of what it can happen in terms of governing and democracy and who controls the Senate. By now, everyone has heard Trump's phone call to the Secretary of State of Georgia. That's worse than Richard Nixon, y'all, if you can believe that. That is worse than Richard Milhouse Nixon. We owe, if nothing happens to Trump and Trump is able to get away with this foolishness, then we're looking, we really owe Richard Nixon a national apology. So we're going to try to get reconnected back in Georgia so that we can bring you the rally and the coverage of what's going on down there. So don't go away. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna try to see if I can help Georgia get reconnected, and then we'll be right back with you. Don't go away. All right, folks, we're going to try to reconnect to Savannah again and see if we can bring you the rally live. Stand by.
As well as a way to volunteer to drive others to the polls. Go to www.ridetothepoll.com. Again, that is www.ridetothepoll.com. The form is very simple to complete. If necessary, the voter can have someone to complete form on their behalf if they do not have internet access. You can also reach them by calling 1-877-524-8683. Again, that number is 1-877-524-8683. Lastly, if you would like to be a driver to give someone a ride personally, you can call the same phone number, 1-877-524-8683. Let's get to the polls. God bless you.
Bottles popped and it feels like window seat to the top. I wanna see
All right. Praise the Lord. We're getting ready to hear from very wonderful person. She represents, okay, a sorority that I'm very much familiar with. And we want to just give, I want some huns to blow for this young lady. And I think we have our former mayor somewhere here. But anyway, where are you? All right, let's receive at this time a wonderful person, Miss Juanita Adams, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Savannah, Georgia. Blow your horns!
Georgia now, right now. Georgia now, right now. I am Juanita Adams, a past president of Savannah Alumni Chapter, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated here in Savannah, Georgia. And we are energized, we are excited, we are enthusiastic because voting is in our DNA. That's what we do. And so we are so glad to be able to be here to help energize the voters of Savannah to turn out tomorrow, to show up at the polls in large numbers, to do what we were meant to do what our ancestors taught us to do. And that is to exercise our right to vote. How many of you can agree with that? You've got to get up, you've got to show up, and you've got to show out on tomorrow. Deltas have been at this since 1913, when we were the first official female Black organization to march in the Women's Suffrage March. So we've been at this a long time, but we've got another chance to make history. We want to make history in Georgia as we flip the script on the United States Senate and send our own to Georgia, to the United States Senate. We thank you for your cooperation. We ask you to call. We ask you to see about somebody on tomorrow. Take them to the poll. We'll be out there in large numbers. In fact, we're out there today on many street corners, working to try to get this enthusiasm and this momentum built up because we need it. We've got to have it. God has ordained a beautiful day on tomorrow. No rain, y'all. No rain. And you know what we got to do when there ain't no rain? We got to show up. And so I ask you, I plead with you to join us in this effort, to thank the clergy and all of the organizations that are here today to help energize us and to build this momentum. We are grateful for it, and thank you so much for all that you're gonna do on tomorrow to make sure that Georgia stays on everybody's mind.
All right, let's give a shout out to our former mayor. God bless her. She's a Delta.
Hello, everybody. Okay, all right. Hello, everybody. All right, I like call and response. You know, that's what we do in our churches. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right, we want to first thank you for those of you I've spoken with you. You've come from all over the United States. All I have to say is thank you, because what we're doing here in the fair city of Savannah, what we call the hostess city of the South, we're going to vote. We're going to get out there and show people that we can vote like we've never voted before. You are in a his.
All right, while we try to reestablish connection there in Savannah, we'll see if we can get that back up. But as you can see, people are out mobilizing in Georgia, mobilizing the vote. And we would ask you to do the same thing. If you know loved ones, if you have loved ones in Georgia, we would invite you to do the very same thing and reach out to those loved ones and have them, as a matter of fact, check on their loved ones in Georgia and get out that vote. This is it. Now, let me tell you how important this is. About 1 million people, but let me put this another way. The voter turnout so far is 1 million less than it was in November. So that could, it's not inconceivable that that could be made up tomorrow, but it depends on us to do just that. I'm going to see if I can get us reconnected. I'm going to step away for a hot minute. Don't go away while I try to get reconnected here down in Savannah, Georgia. Stand by. All right. It seems that we may have pretty much lost that connection. We will see if they come back. But like I said, there are 1 million people who've yet to vote. Many of them will vote tomorrow, but let's make sure and contact the loved ones that we have and guarantee that they're going to get out to vote. The numbers are up in every category. The good news is more people have already voted in this runoff than voted in early voting across the board. And as I said earlier, people ought to be more motivated after hearing that tape of Trump, because what he was saying and doing was even worse than what Richard Nixon was saying and doing. I mean, at least there's no tape. And that's why we probably owe Richard Nixon national apology. There's no tape of Nixon saying, hey, go break in to the Watergate Hotel and the DNC headquarters. I mean, at least other people did that. Trump is on the phone. And it's funny because you have to wonder about the people who were telling him about the numbers, because, you know, he didn't keep all that in his head. There were other people in the room. And it's funny how they weren't willing to be his plumbers the way Nixon's people were willing to be plumbers on his behalf. They say, yo, Trump, you go ahead and say it. You say that this is no good and that I need this specific amount and I need 11,000 votes. You say it, Trump. And he's dumb enough to do it. That's why I still agree with John Oliver's characterization of this really being stupid Watergate. So, folks, we're sorry we lost the feed. We did our best. But please, truthfully, you know, folk in Georgia, call them. And if they say they already voted, tell them, ask them to call someone they know in Georgia. And there's a strong chance we'll be able to get this done and get everybody mobilized to make this work. Okay, so I'm going to sign off for now. We may come back. We will see. But please, ma'am, please, sir, encourage your loved ones in Georgia to get out to vote. Okay. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in.